me not to comment on international education. I'm sure you are aware that there has been media interest lately, and we have featured as part of a national report in international student recruitment practices. And I know, because people speak to me, that the claims leveled against us have shocked and upset some of you. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about this for the moment. This, of course, was the Four Corners program, and I don't know whether you know that this wasn't the first one on this theme. I believe there have been, this was the fourth one. Late 1990s, mid-2000s, 2015, and 2019. The Chancellor and myself have written to the university with some detailed factual messages on this matter. And the evidence we have, and it shows us that the claims contained in the ABC report were wrong, and I can reassure you that we are supporting all our students to succeed, and I will unpack that for you in a moment. So I won't rehearse what's in my message or the Chancellor's message, but if any one of you has not had sight of those, please let us know and we will forward them to you. But we also wanted to say that I also wrote, of course, to all students. Now, we welcome international students. Why is that? If you haven't looked at our strategic plan of late, I urge you to do that. Because it is very clear in our strategic plan that onshore international student growth is one of our priorities. And it has been approved by Senate, and Senate, of course, monitors various KPIs attached to that strategic priority. International students are good for Australian universities and tertiary education across the world. These students are valuable, they bring diversity, and they bring international perspective to our campuses. Universities are, for sure, global organizations. I want to put something to you. Why don't we celebrate international students? The success of Australian universities in attracting international students here because of the quality of our education. This is the first time in the history of the universe that we actually have, that international students have put Australia as the second destination in the world for international students because they value the education they get here. United States of America, #1. Australia now, #2. United Kingdom, #3. That's a success story, is it not? We should celebrate that. Now, let me say a couple other things about claims that are made about international students. 15% of our revenue comes from international education and international onshore students are just 13% of our population of students. What is the average in Australia for onshore international student percentage? 28%. So our student population, international student population, is lagging behind. And there were claims in that story. You know, look, I used to be an international student once upon a time. If somebody had called me a cash cow, I would have been absolutely livid. It is insulting, and it is probably racist. So put that aside. So let me just say that we have grown international students, onshore students, strategically over the past years. And the claims that we have done this in pursuit of revenue are not true. As I said, 15% of our revenue comes from international students. Data that is available in Western Australia shows that Murdoch University has $40 million in 2017 from international students. That's the only comparative data I have. A total of 450 million in Western Australian universities. And let me also tell you that in Australia there are universities that earn 960 million, 800 million. Many earn over 200 million and 100 million. We earn 40 million, we did. So, when I was at Universities Australia, do you know what the Vice-Chancellor said to me? Why is Murdoch being featured in Four Corners? You're not even a significant player. I said, I had no idea. So maybe we can give that some thought. Let me go to we are upholding standards. Let's talk about that for a bit. So, the success of our students, international, domestic, whoever they are, is of paramount importance to us. The university has numerous ways and mechanisms through which we support our students. I outlined some of those in my email. We are always looking to improve, remember. We don't always get it right, but we are always looking to improve. And we always listen. And we work very closely with the Students' Guild to support all of our students, including our international students. We benchmark our entry requirements, nationally and internationally, and we also have admission policy that is approved by Academic Council. Now, we do, like all universities, as part of our policy, or universities I know of, part of our policy, give consideration for English language requirements, and this consideration is given in consideration in consultation with academic chairs. So let me be clear. These determinations are not made by our admissions office. They are academic determinations. And international office staff, like our academic chairs, are hardworking, honourable members of this university. And let me also tell you that in 2018, we made 44 considerations out of 4,843 applications. And let me also tell you that 28 of those students enrolled and 27 of them have succeeded. So let's put that aside for the moment. I just wanted you to know that that's how it works. We have been proactive and we are being proactive. And let me just give you a couple of examples of that. Concerns have been raised by staff for over a year now. We have not ignored those concerns. We have addressed issues. We are always continually and proactively trying to improve. We have plans, they've been monitored, they've been to Senate, they've been to Academic Council, they've been to Education Committee, they've been to subcommittees and so on, and I could go on. And Senate has been kept totally informed, and as you saw from the Chancellor's message, Senate is very supportive. I also would like to tell you something, which is, back in September last year, I, as your Vice-Chancellor, reached out to TEXA, our regulator. And we've been working very closely with TEXA to reassure them that our policies, procedures and practices are in line. And I also want to tell you that I, your Vice Chancellor, reached out to TEXA after Four Corners and spoke to the CEO and the Chief Commissioner. So if you hear something otherwise, that is not true. I am proactive. We are also seeking, of course, continuous improvement constantly, and that is, of course, one of the pillars of our strategy, Pillar 4, and I would like to reach out to you yet again, and I've done this many times before, and so have my colleagues, reach out to you yet again. If you have any suggestions for improvement, if you have any concerns, we want all of us to work on those together. And the Provost and the PVCE would be more than happy to come to your areas of the university to have any discussions about these matters. And who are we then? Who is responsible for this agenda? Every single person in this room. We are all responsible for this. Academic Council approves the admissions, academic chairs make determinations, and all of us are responsible, and we are